scheduled here in this much anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number 1. Tyson's ability to punch, to flat out put forth power, puts people in the seats. Early on, that's what they expect to see here.
And early on, sometimes too much of a good thing, guess what? It can be dangerous. It can backfire. If he lands a punch and it doesn't get rid of the guy, well, what else can he do? What happens then?
Successfully targeting the head. That was well done by Muhammad Ali. Tyson's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Ali's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Halfway through round number 1. Mike Tyson's tagged. Mike Tyson with a big right hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Ali's left landing well. Nice, crisp 1-2 combination by Muhammad Ali. Ali's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Good job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Muhammad Ali. This round comes to an end. And Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but he wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there, pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target, but his punch is a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
Goes up top with the right hand. And he just holds on there. A well-placed left hand up top. Parries that punch intended for the head. Good return fire that time.
Let it go!
Little head hunting with the left. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Tyson's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Muhammad Ali. Nice. Tyson's off mark all night long, and Teddy, he's getting tired just missing punches.
Well, this is a good example. You know, we know what happens when they land, but this is a good example of what happens when they don't land. Sometimes you get a little discouraged.
And now he scores well with the straight right. Well-targeted left hand by Muhammad Ali. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he's doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I notice is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Ali's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. That straight right unable to connect. Ali's jab lands well. Tyson with a powerful left hand. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning, because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
Ali's hit by a counter punch there. How important are these mental gymnastics that Muhammad Ali twists and turns, like his pre-fight antics with Sonny Liston, in terms of him getting the results that he wants?
Well, I think he looks for two things. It's a double-edged sword. One is that, you know, he can kind of invade the psyche of his opponent, weaken him a little bit. But it's also for himself. It's to build himself up, to give himself something to aspire to, something to make sure that he lives up to. Puts himself on a spot that now he has to be sure that he handles.
10 seconds to go in this third round. And this round comes to an end.
That is it. That's it. I need another round like that. Just like that, all right? Doing good. Just keep it up.
Tyson's up around here after 3 rounds on Teddy's scorecard, but really nobody has distinguished himself to any great amount so far. Unable to make an impact there by Muhammad Ali.
Double up your punches.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Must be the punch of the hard charging with that right hand. Tyson's just being swarmed. He just got stunned. He got absolutely nailed. A solid left hand by Mike Tyson. Oh, what a hook upstairs. He clinches when he gets to the inside. What a nice big right hand from Muhammad Ali. Committing to the work downstairs with the left. Muhammad Ali's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Very accurate 2-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. And just grabbing onto his opponent. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Muhammad Ali's punch is far off the target.
Oh, you're doing great.
Huge uppercut by Tyson. Ali's really impressing us here tonight. That last round, boy, he was on top of his game and all over his opponent. Laid out some serious damage there.
Yeah, I noticed that he's starting to land that uppercut a little bit. The only thing that I wouldn't be satisfied with what he did the last round. I would just look forward for confidence to do more as sort of a good roadmap to maybe even get a knockout victory here. Put something on top of those uppercuts. You know the uppercut's landing. Now put something up top.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Gets rid of that body shot. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Muhammad Ali. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And he engages in the clinch. You always say punchers are born, Teddy. But what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand.
He's tired.
Tyson's able to avoid that punch. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there.
Rain, 1, 2. It's okay, let's go. Doing great.
This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
And he ties up on the inside.
Keep moving, side to side.
Hits him in the mug with the right. Tyson's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Unload! Unload! More punches!
Not able to connect with the uppercut.
Guard up!
Now he ties up there.
Back to the body.
That's an impactful right hand by Mike Tyson. How about that exchange? Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th.
Nice work on the outside. Keep it up. Nice work. Nice work. Keep it up. This guy's never felt it.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Nice job doubling up the jab by Muhammad Ali.
Left and right! Left and right!
Ali's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Look at Muhammad Ali and his ability to avoid punches here. He's got it every which way. He's slick, he's smooth, he blocks and parries. Good defense. Really good job by Ali. Good flush shot upstairs. That hook was well. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Mike Tyson is on his pants. Iron Mike's got to get back up.
One, two, three, four, five.
Tyson's still in in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open. Move your head when he comes to you, then you grab him.
A big hook to the head by Muhammad Ali. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Tyson's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Solid. And for the second time tonight, he goes down. Over. The fight is over. Muhammad Ali's gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory. Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? You know,
we welcome you. When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. Double jab upstairs. Mike Tyson's able to land a good, solid left hand. A little head hunting never hurt, does it with the hook. That is a classic Tyson uppercut.
Punches, move your head.
Tyson showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. That's a well-scored left hand by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson with a big uppercut. Good shot to the head with that right hand. Ali's jab has to be first and foremost on his to-do list, isn't it, Teddy?
yeah, I would say so. You ever see that commercial where the guy says, how do you spell relief?
Sure.
Well, it's kind of like, how do you spell victory in this fight? J-A-B. That's exactly the way you go.
That's what he wants.
Keep working the body.
Oh, he turns it over right into a hook. Able to land the hook to the head. Teddy, many famous fighters, especially heavyweight champions, are known for their signature punch, like Rocky Marciano and his Suzy Q. But for Muhammad Ali, he's known for his signature shuffling of the feet, the Ali shuffle.
Yes, he is. And, you know, it makes me think a little bit sort of like if you were going to buy a real fancy car. You know, when somebody wants to sell you something, wants you to believe in them, they give you something first, maybe a band, or entertainment, and then they take you into the showroom. And, you know, now you're ready to see the car. Well, that's what that is. That's the band. That's the entertainment. And then the show is about to begin. And it's an unbelievable show with those quick hands and those combinations.
Relax. Just let it go, all right? You're taking a beat. Come on. What's going on? We need to win more rounds, right? We got to do something. We're throwing our game plan out the fucking window here. We still...
Here we go. Round two is underway. He scores with the jab, keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. And a big right hand comes crashing home from Tyson. Mike Tyson blocking that punch. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Muhammad Ali. Scored well up top. He scores with the jab there.
You know, Joe, a lot of times you think about a jab being used by an outside guy, but to get inside, you need a cover. And there, right there, was the cover.
Ali's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Reaching the halfway. That's a big right hand. Mike Tyson's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. A well-placed hook from Mike Tyson. Nice work to the midsection with the left. Mike Tyson digs deep with a big uppercut. Muhammad Ali with a huge right hand. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
In and out. In and out.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Solid left hand to the head. Ali's pure aggression got to his opponent in that last round. He looks fresh, his opponent doesn't. He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that can... Tyson stunned, and he is hurt.
Hey, keep fighting. Just let's go.
A solid, true uppercut by Muhammad Ali.
Uppercut.
Keep working the jab.
Blocks that belt line well. Nice work, the left hand to the head. You see him holding on. Little head knocking with that right hand. Tyson's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. A lot of people may think he's putting forth a good effort just by throwing punches, but his corner would disagree. He is not being effective.
No, not at all. And why? Why is he not being effective? Because he's not thinking about what he's doing. He's just chucking punches. He's not really putting any intellect behind it, looking to where he has to throw them instead of just throwing them.
Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Mike Tyson, of course, winning 26 of his first 28 fights by knockout, 16 in the first round. But many of his opponents, it's not just Mike Tyson beating them, it's them beating themselves.
Yeah, they don't really fight him. In a lot of ways, they don't really show up. In a lot of ways, this sounds crazy, Tyson has never really been forced to really fight a fight because they are submitting already.
Oh, that's a big shot with the left hand. Comes across with a hook up top. Protecting his head well with his guard.
All right, breathe. Good. Deep breath. Deep breath. Some water. We got it. You're good. You all right? You okay, right?
Start of round number 4. Easy scorecard to put together. Ali's up 3 rounds to zip. And Teddy, he's been carrying this fight because he's just simply been the more active guy.
Yeah, nobody's really landed a lot, to be honest. But when one guy's a lot busier than the other guy, he wins the round.
Keep your head moving.
That's a forceful 2-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Look at Muhammad Ali and his ability to avoid punches here. He's got it every which way. He's slick, he's smooth, he blocks and parries. Good defense. Really good job by Ali. Ali with a big left. Ali's defense is paying off now. Really frustrating his opponent now, as he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by Mike Tyson. to the belt line. Ali's bang to the noggin. Up top with the right hand. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. 1-2 jabs up top. Joe and Teddy with you here in between rounds. A round in which, boy, he really just dominated his opponent. Teddy, he's got to think things could be coming to a sensational ending for him when he gets off the stool here.
Well, he's showing that to you right now. I'm looking at him right now, and he's starting to get up. There's a couple seconds left. There's probably 5 seconds left before he has to get up, and he's getting up early. That shows you right what you're talking about. He's chomping at the bit. He's confident.
Throws out the jab, and then brings back the uppercut up top.
Punch your way off the ropes.
Good effective work with that straight right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. Iron Mike with a big uppercut. Halfway through this round, scored well with the left downstairs. Able to cover up that gut. A nice block by Mike Tyson. Scoring with the right hand by Muhammad Ali.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh, good exchange there.
Come on. Oh, you got this one.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Muhammad Ali's got to feel good about himself after that last round. He really damaged his opponent.
Now let's get moving out there. This guy's gonna win this fight. If you don't take control, son, you need to take control.
The start of the 6th round. Ali's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. That's a huge left he just scored with. A good, big shot comes crashing home. Tyson's knocked down. So the knockdown scored against Mike Tyson, but his opponent may want to watch out as Tyson has steadied himself back up on his feet. A headshot blocked. Nice work with the overhand right. Ali's having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though, right now?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spots. You keep your guy off balance. When you got him off balance, you make him miss, make him pay.
Zones in on that overhand right.
Double up your punches. Double up your punches.
Ali's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. And round 6 comes to an end. Ali's coming off a round where he scored big. He scored the knockdown. I suppose right now he's got to think to himself, Teddy, how did I do that, and how can I do that again?
He should think that to himself. That's what his corner's there for, to remind him. You know how you did it? Do it again.
Right to the head with that right. Mike Tyson's out to show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question. So he's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
And he returns on that exchange.
Good job, buddy.
Focus.
Tyson's left now getting into the mix. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no. Actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Ali's right hand working well that time. He scored well. What a damaging blow. Nice hook upstairs. 10 seconds to go in the 7th. Good flush 1-2 jab and a straight hand by Muhammad Ali.
You gotta stand your ground. You gotta take it to him with some big shots. Without going over the top, right? I keep telling you to take it to the body first. Even a left hook. Right uppercut would work.
Ali's been making a point of working harder. He's the busier fighter, throwing more punches. And as we start round number 8, he's up big on Teddy's scorecard.
Well, he's getting a little opposition. I mean, the other guy must have a big bank account or something. You know what the other guy's corner should do?
What?
They should tell him that he just got a phone call from his wife, and guess what? All the money's gone.
They got to create urgency.
All the money's gone. You know, something happened. Your accounts are all zero. You better start fighting.
Punch! Punch!
Well placed, straight right hand. Punches and bunches, combination up top.
Hey!
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Tyson's right hand scores well. Muhammad Ali's doing a brilliant job with his head movement. He's employing top-notch defense right here, and it's frustrating his opponent.
It is frustrating his opponent. His opponent needs to make an adjustment of thinking right now and understand what's there, not what's not there. We know that the head's not there, but what's there? The body. He needs to start going downstairs. That will freeze up some of that head movement.
Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Muhammad Ali.
Relax, relax.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. And that's the end of round 8. Ali's in dominating form here tonight. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and he's ahead on our scorecards ringside.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's in the other guy's hometown. So Don't let up too soon. Don't start partying too soon. You know, still keep doing the things you were doing to get you to this place.
Tyson's been stunned. And just like that, he's able to turn things around. Remember, he was stunned. Now he's in control.
Hey, remember, when you have that eraser...
What a big shot. You know, when you bully the bully, you can do that right there. Tyson floored by the power punch. Tyson's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Takes a step back, then the counter punch by Muhammad Ali.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make a miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tyson's hit by a big left hand. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Did you see that? Mike Tyson's down, and he may be out.
One, two, three, four, five.
And it's all over. Muhammad Ali's bombs away worked again. Knockout victory for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockouts, your winner, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali's your winner by knockout. Now, I think he was headed towards a decision win anyways, but what a good way to just put a stamp on his evening.
Yeah, bring down the curtain and make sure that more people are going to be talking about you when they leave the arena tonight.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good evening, everybody. Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. It's a mighty list of power punchers that Muhammad Ali has continually faced. You got Joe Frazier on there. You got George Foreman on there. And tonight, now this power puncher opposite him.
Well, you have two problems with that power. Two of them when you face Ali. One is, how do you land it? You have to find the perfect spot. Maybe catch him, pull him back with his hands down. You know, maybe time him as he's throwing a jab. But very difficult to do. And then the second problem, you have a guy that you're hitting that has a great chin.
A stabbing right hand by Mike Tyson. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. A knifing left hand by Mike Tyson. And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date and he wants to get to it.
Huge uppercut by Tyson.
Move!
Now hugging on the inside. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Well-placed hook from Ali. Ali's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. This round comes to an end. And Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but he wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there. Pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target. But His punches are a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
Come on, kid, focus.
He just looks exhausted to me right now. Tyson's accuracy is non-existent. This guy cannot punch a solid target right now.
No, but what this shows, he's missing so many shots. We always think about the damage done when they land. This is showing you the damage that's done when they miss. You get discouraged. You start giving in.
Double up your punches. Work the body.
How much of a factor is his leg strength in getting these power shots off?
That's a good point. His leg strength is very important because he's able to really come from down under and really put everything into it.
Big uppercut by Ali. Ali's absorbing a hook. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of him. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
Putting him in position against the ropes. Tyson's right hand scores well that time. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Just a thudding shot there that he landed. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Tyson's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Iron Mike Tyson lands a big right hand. Good block. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Ali scores with a booming uppercut. Jab right hand. Not able to land the headshot.
Keep your hands up. Work the body, kid. Body shots. Watch that.
Ali's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination?
This fight needs to take some chances here. You have to take a chance with this guy, right? You got that? You have to take it. Listen, you need to move your head to the side.
Start of round number 4. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Blocks away that headshot. Jab and a straight right by Muhammad Ali. How about that left hand? At the end of the 20th century, many of the greatest of lists were all topped by Muhammad Ali. In fact, Sports Illustrated named him the sportsman of the century. I know Babe Ruth had a great effect on baseball. Michael Jordan's probably the greatest basketball player of all time. But I don't know that there's anybody that touched the world stage the way Ali did.
No, there probably isn't. At one point, he was probably the most recognizable face on the planet. I mean, everybody knew who he was. And also, what he stood for. You know, he stood for freedom. He stood for power, for strength. And he stood for, most important of all, individualism. And that's how he lived his life in and out of the ring. You know, he was very, you know...
Mike Tyson's in bad shape.
Finish with the hook.
That's a good block by Mike Tyson. Ali's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Mike Tyson weathered that storm.
Now the question to me, does it make Tyson defensive-minded? That's good news if it does for his opponent.
Ali's jab can do so much there. He used it well that time. Oh, and the right hand comes into play by Muhammad Ali. Digging in with a left to the gut. Ali's really impressing us here, Teddy, coming off that last round. I mean, he laid down a beating to his opponent, but sometimes confidence can also be an enemy.
Yeah, you can get a little bit of overconfident. You can get careless. You know, you can forget where you were earlier or forget what you knew when you were coming into the ring. Things that you had to understand as far as defensive liability. He has to remember that.
Hands up. Don't worry now, right? I just need you to focus. Keep your hands up. Keep working the jab. Okay?
Start of a new round, and you got to expect his opponent to jump all over him. He nearly got rid of him at the end of the last round.
Yeah, if I'm in the other corner, I'm telling him get after him. But you can use that in reverse. You know your opponent's coming after you. Maybe he gets a little reckless. You have an opportunity to nail him as he's coming after you.
Focus.
Look at Muhammad Ali and his ability to avoid punches here. He's got it every which way. He's slick, he's smooth, he blocks and parries. Good defense. Really good job by Ali. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And now he's targeting upstairs. Muhammad Ali's in a bad place right now. Look at that. And he goes down for the first time tonight. So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
That right hand over the top lands flush.
Keep working the body.
Good step back counter punch there.
Keep working the jab.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something even bigger. But you might lose the one you have.
Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. It was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
Ali's got to prove a few things here. Number one, he's got to prove to his opponent that he's on good ground after being knocked down in the last round. But he's also got to prove it to the referee, too.
Yeah, he does. And his corner. Because his corner, I just noticed, they put that towel over their shoulder. So they know the condition their fighter's in. They know their responsibility, and they're ready to act on it.
Back to the body.
Well, his opponent got away from that uppercut. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Keep your distance.
This is excessive holding we're seeing here now. What a sharp, piercing hook by Muhammad Ali. Well-targeted 1-2 by Muhammad Ali. And all of a sudden, the tables turn. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Well, we've seen Mike Tyson in a spot like this before. Remember, he once rose up off the canvas against Buster Douglas, only to be floored again. Can he do it here? So many people point to the downfall of Mike Tyson, but few remember how he would get up off the canvas time and time again in some of those toughest fights. Tyson's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Muhammad Ali. What a revealing round we just saw. Each man was able to hurt the other. You really can tell how much is on the line here between these two.
Yeah, they both came here. I mean, they're in the best shapes of their career. They came here understanding what this fight means.
Calm down. Breathe. We need another round from you. I need you to be busy this round, all right? He caught you with your hands down. It's box smart, not get going. Box smart. Your hands up.
How quickly can he recover? That's one of the questions that'll be answered early on in this round after being knocked down in that last round.
Well, what he has to do is go out there, be defensive-minded. I think get a little time early on. Don't worry about winning or pressing the first part of the round. Just get himself together, then start picking it up after that.
He's throwing a lot of punches here. Now, his opponent is showing very, very good movement. What adjustments can he make to deal with that movement?
Well, Joe, when you're fighting a guy who's smart, who's hard to hit, first of all, you got to shorten those punches up. If they're wide, they have no chance at all. And you got to go to the one place that's not moving. Guess where that is? Downstairs.
He comes with the straight right hand. Halfway through the 7th round.
Keep your distance. Range.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go.
You're letting this guy get away. Come on. This is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta move.
Ali's enjoying a big lead on Teddy's scorecard here as we start round number 8. He has dominated this fight, Teddy. What advice would you be giving him if you were in charge of that corner?
I would tell him, look, I don't want to go into a prevent defense because we see the football teams, they do that. The other team suddenly marches down the field when they couldn't go down the field. But keep your defense good. Make sure you stay alert. Don't make any mistakes. You know, keep the offense going because that's what's keeping them in control. That's what's keeping them from coming down the field, so to speak. But stay alert. Make no mistakes.
Keep moving.
Good job with another one. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Boy, what guts. What guts to stay in there and gather yourself again after he was taking a beating.
Yeah, what guts, what instincts, and what a set of whiskers.
Combination to the head. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Good double jab by Muhammad Ali. Tyson scoring with that right hand.
Hook! Hook! Unload! Jump on him. Nice.
And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Jab with the straight, classic combination. He scored well after being hit himself.
Nice work.
And round 8 comes to an end. Muhammad Ali is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged.
Good work.
Targeting a left hand down low. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali. Ali's making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead. Think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great movement.
Very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
Stay on the outside. Combo.
Nice two-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. Ali's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. He missed that uppercut. Nice strike after catching one by Muhammad Ali. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Overhand right can be so effective. Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. That was another great round by him. I mean, what more can you say? He's landing the cleaner punches.
He's being the boss. He's doing the job. He's about to become the winner.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Good defensive skill. Ali's making this so that it's becoming a very frustrating night for his opponent. I mean, when your defense is that sharp, it can just drive your opponent crazy.
Yeah, it can. First of all, it can start to break down. You know, we always look at the physical things in life and anything. You know, you're pounding a guy and you're going to break the guy down. Hey, you're just smart and you're slick like this guy and you're making a guy miss. You start to break him down. He's breaking the guy down that way.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Tyson's left working well that time. Halfway through round 10.